What's up, Evergrow family? How you guys doing? Today's an exciting day for everybody because the price is back to just skyrocketing. There's always going to be whales that continue to sell, but we launched past our all-time high, and this is just back to feeling how Evergrow felt in the beginning, because in the beginning, we just kept going up. Even down here, it was just like, I kept telling my girlfriend, I was like, I can't believe it. The price just keeps going up. And no matter how many dips we have, we eat it. So Evergrow is growing at a great rate where we're seeing that we are constantly gaining new holders. And when whales sell, we always eat it back up. We were really struggling with the 4s and the 5s for a while. We hit our all-time high a little over the 5, and then we've been down, into the 2s. So for everybody who's buying into the 2s, you're up. All your investments that you've put in on these dips, everybody is up right now because we're sitting super high, and we haven't even had our huge projects come out. We know that Indicoin's coming. We know that a huge listing with a huge unknown listing of the top 10 exchanges, and we know that Bitmart's coming, and we also know that they are trying to preserve tokenomics across the board, which would be a huge first that I've seen in the DeFi space. Not to mention all the utility and the billboards and all the other huge things that we have planned for the future of Evergrow. And as we continue to grow, there is potential for this to have a snowball effect into where we really lift off and eat some zeros. And that's what I would love to see, is to eat 1 or 2 zeros would be insane, right? We'd have a lot of whales who would probably hit their selling points during that time, but still, this is amazing. As of right now, there's no huge updates from the team. They're just working with these exchanges. Sam talked about how they got listed on Indicoin, but it's not quite ready and they had the wrong symbol, so they're getting all that fixed. We also have Bitmart and some huge unknown top 10 exchange that we're getting listed on. And like I said, Sam, they made it their goal to find a way to preserve the tokenomics, which means if you're holding on Bitmart, it's no longer a separate. We've seen in the past with other tokens that if you held on Bitmart, that it became its own ecosystem, so the volume didn't contribute to any holders outside of that exchange that people were holding it on. So we had all these different exchanges people were holding on, and the volume got all split up and it kind of became jumbled on SafeMoon. But if they found a way to preserve it, whether it's through different contracts that are all sent the tokens and then it redistributes it back to all holders, I would imagine that's something what they have in mind, but I'm sure it gets very technical when you're trying to keep up with the different percentages that go to the buyback and burn, the different percentages that go back to holders. It's a lot to track, and I'm sure it's not the easiest thing to do, but if they do manage to do that, that is going to be a huge thing for Evergrow that is going to make people even more bullish on the project. So we're sitting at 36,000 addresses, so we're growing at a really good rate. Our burn address keeps growing every time that we use the auto buyback and burn and the moonshot. So we're actually sitting at 515 trillion, plus a couple other wallets don't receive reflections, which is why we're sitting at over $180 per billion tokens per billion in volume. So the rewards have been great, and most people are making their initial investments back pretty fast. And even if you're getting in a little bit late, I heard somebody in one of my comments say, it'll take 5 billion in volume for me to get my investment back. But even if it took 5 billion in volume, that's not going to take that long to hit. Just some updates from their Twitter. The most recent thing they said is, what's incredible is that Evergrow Coin haven't paid influencers, YouTubers, run hype campaigns, or randomly airdrop to create new wallets. It's 100% organic, investor-led growth based on a quality contract and team. We are so proud to have reached 35,000 investors this way. So that was 6 hours ago, and we're already over 36, growing at a very good rate. They said that we have paid $433,195 in rewards to the Evergrow Army over the last 24 hours. And we've passed 35,000 holders, and they paid nearly 6.5 million in rewards in just over a month. That number is going to be insane one day. That's going to be like 100 million or a billion. Also later on Twitter, Crypto Rabbit. I'll be joining Crypto Rabbit and a couple mods from the Discord just to do a quick live space in Twitter to talk to you guys and to just create a space where we can talk about Evergrow. If you guys want to join that, that's going to be around 7 Central, I believe, around that time. All right, so I'm just going to take a look at the community on Reddit and see how it's going. A lot of times Reddit can become a very toxic place, but this seems super positive so far. There is somebody talking about the calculator that was made by SafeMoon Dave. Now, I do think that calculator isn't considering all the wallets that don't receive reflection, so it's actually going to end up being more based on the information the team has given me. Coldwater Shark says, anyone else have a hard time focusing at work? I've just been watching the chart all day. There's something about it, if you've been in a lot of different tokens, and you're used to just seeing the tokens go down and the whales tank the price. Evergrow, you're just like, I can't believe the price action I'm seeing. It just keeps going up, and a whale will sell and take his profits, and we're like, we just eat that up and we just keep going up. So it is very exciting. I have kind of gotten to the point where I was like, I'm not gonna look at my wallet, and then now the price just keeps going up, so I have to look. I have to check and see how much I have. Here's a post that says EGC is mooning right now. I don't think it's slowing down. We're about to eat a 6. We skyrocketed and ate that 6 so fast. We have Indicoin releasing this week, followed by Bitmart and 2x top 10 exchanges to follow. Just applied to more exchanges. The next week or two we'll also be launching our beta version of our subscription platform and our NFT marketplace. Time to get excited, boys and girls. We have another holder who says that the price drops down to 0.6041, I'll lay $3,500 into the thing. What do you think? So we got a lot of people who are willing to buy at these lower prices, and as it goes up, you're missing the opportunity to buy at those cheaper prices. It's always this game we're playing. Just the basics. This is crazy. We're not on any exchange or anything. It's just off Pancake Swap. Now imagine when we hit an exchange. Yeah, there's some serious potential for the price to skyrocket, especially if they maintain the tokenomics. We could see what we saw in the beginning of SafeMoon's life, but we could see something even better. And I know that every holder of Evergrow right now, if we saw anything near what SafeMoon saw in the beginning of its lifetime, would be sitting very, very well. And this person thinks that there's going to be a bear market. That bullish is positive and bearish is negative. He says at some point in 2022, a bear market will ensue in the crypto market. Are you going to be holding this coin through the bear market that may last a year? That's something that these whales have to think about whenever they're selling their tokens. Is you're not just giving up your bag, you're not just selling 14% and then taking like another 34% hit on your taxes. You're taking huge hits on your sells, but you're also giving up all the passive income that you would have made through the lifetime of Evergrow coin. And depending on how big it gets, you could be giving up 10, 100 times more than what you're gaining by selling. So even as a whale, you're making a ton of money. Whales make a ton of money every day just through, even with low volume. With high volume, whales are making more than they probably would have made if they are selling their bags. And it's just good for our whales to let the price rise so that we can let people see how great Evergrow is before they sell. But even if they do sell, it's not a huge deal. We eat up the dip. People get Evergrow for cheap. They get it at a discount. We eat up the dip and we keep moving on. We work through our whale dominance and we work closer to having more of the dominance in the community. And we have a very good support system of people who are willing to buy at low prices. And the higher we go, the more people we have that are willing to buy at even lower prices, because that's a deal that they probably have never even seen, as new investors are coming in. So it was a couple days ago, we were struggling with the 5 and the 4, and we were thinking we're not going to be able to hold that 5 because the whales kept selling, and now we're sitting above 6, which is insane. This is something I've seen with Evergrow, is it has that potential to just keep skyrocketing. We've seen it do it before, and it has potential to do it again as it grows, just to keep skyrocketing up and up and up. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I'm just trying to give you guys some kind of daily update I want to start doing for Evergrow, since there's not a lot of content creators doing that, and just going over the general updates. I know that the team is probably doing an AMA on Sunday, and hopefully we have some good news by then. Hopefully we have some good exchange listings by then. I'll see you guys in the next video.